Good morning, you guys. Happy Sunday. Hopefully I am live in the right place and you guys can see me okay and all is well in the world. I am just getting set up here. I'm gonna get on my video here on my laptop so that one, I can see your comments, and two, I can share the video. Good morning. Hi, thank you for sharing. Can't wait to tell you about the giveaway this week for sharing. So please hit the share button. All right, I'm gonna switch it over so you guys can see the projects that we're making. We're gonna be doing some cute little projects that are great for last minute Christmas gifts or stocking stuffers or craft fair items, okay? So hang on just a second, here we go. All right, so I can see that I'm casting a bit of a shadow. So I'm gonna turn my lamp on to see if that helps offset that. So you guys can see, I'm gonna zoom in because it looks a little far away. Let's see. Is it gonna zoom in for me? There we go. I'm still learning which direction is which. So you guys can see, I have an adorable little Santa ornament, which I colored with the Stampin' Blends, and then I used puff paint for his suit, but I realized I missed the center of his suit, so I'm gonna have to do better on that one next time. So we have our cute little ornament. These are the wooden ornaments, and I'll kind of go through that process of what I did and how it worked for me. And then I have, this is an oldie but a goodie. I did this last year. This is a huge craft sale, popular craft fair sale for me. I always sell out of these every year, and they hold a little chapstick. So you can see the side opens here. Here's a little chapstick. And so I'm going to show you guys how to make this because I made it last year on Facebook Live and the video is expired. It won't work on Facebook and I didn't save it to YouTube. So we got a refresh. And it's always fun to bring back the oldies and kind of give them a refresh. So we got this cute little chapstick holder. And then this little guy, look at this. So I found this package of these chocolate peanut butter Santas, package of 3 at my local grocery store. That's what I was trying to say. Grocery store. You guys have probably seen similar things to these little chocolates. And so this cute little Santa, I gave him a little chimney holder. Is that not the cutest thing? So I'm going to show you guys, oops, sorry Santa. I'm going to show you guys how to make these adorable little chimney holders. These would be super cute for your coworkers or for stockings or for your neighbor or whoever you'd like to give a treat to, or even for craft fairs. These would be really good. So I've got 3 fun little projects today. We're going to have a blast making them. I think the first thing we're going to do is make this little chapstick holder. He's just fun. Okay, so let's see. Did I write? I'm a hot mess today, apparently. I did not write. I did not write down the measurements for this guy. I have it saved on my phone, which I'm using as a camera, and I have it typed up in my project sheet, which I did not print off. So that's cool. So let me get to it on my computer. So I'll have it up that way. Oh goodness. Okay, so what this, I'm going to actually make, this is Poppy Parade. I'm going to make one in Pool Party because they're just kind of cute no matter what color you do. And I just love this little snowman from the Snowman season. This stamp set here and the coordinating punch are so fun to make your little snowmans. Oh, a little snowman nose stuck on there. So we're going to use that as well. So you're going to start out with a piece of Pool Party. This measures 4 3/4 by 7 inches. And so we're going to score it. So let me get my scoreboard here, my trimmer and my scoreboard. Let me find the measurements here real quick. I got to open the project sheet. Thank you guys for being patient with me. So we're going to start on the long side. So again, 4 3/4 by 7 inches. And we are going to score the long side at 1/2 inch. So line it up at the 1/2 inch mark. And I'm trying to do this right-handed for you guys, and I always struggle with it, so bear with me. 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, 2 inches, 2 3/4. So you don't have to memorize these measurements. Just know they're over on my blog post. And then 5 inches is the last one on the long side. Apparently, thank goodness I put them on my blog post, or otherwise I wouldn't have access to them today, huh? All right, and then on the short side, so you can see I turned it on the short side. I'm going to score at 3/4. 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to score at 3.5. And excuse the sniffling, I think I'm having allergies. 3.5 and 4.25. Okay. So we're going to do some cutting, and probably best if we burnish everything first. It's kind of hard to see with the pool party. It's hard to see the lines. I think when I fold and burnish, it will be a little bit easier to see. So that's what we'll do. We'll just fold along all of these score lines. So there's 3 score lines on the short side and a bajillion on the long side. But you will see this will kind of come together and make a little bit more sense here once we've done all this. Okay, so now we need to get our scissors. And here's the deal about this. You are going to take this entire section off and these 2 sections off and just leave these 2 large rectangles just at the top here. And you're going to go down to that second score line that goes across. So just cutting this section off completely. And we'll just go straight across the score line here. Hard to do when I'm holding it up. Okay. And then this side. Okay. And cut this off completely. Like so. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the little tabs. So on the side that only has 1 score line here, we're going to cut these into tabs, into 3 tabs. So we're going to do a little bit of a diagonal kind of cut, miter these edges, because we want a nice straight put together box. And this is just going to help us do that. This last little tab we can cut off completely, and I'm going to miter this edge because this is going to be our adhesive edge, and you'll see that here in a minute. So then I'm going to miter this opposite end here. Okay, so now this side that has the 2, now I'm going to show you on the finished one so this kind of makes sense to you. You see how this one has 2 short pieces and then this long piece that has like the lid, like the little flap. This middle one right here is going to be that flap that has 2, see if you can see the score lines, that has the 2. So the other 2 across from it, we're going to cut down like so, and you can miter it. But I also want you to cut about halfway down. Okay, same thing on this side. Hard to do while I'm holding the paper up for you guys. Okay, and then cut it about halfway. And then on this little tab here, just so that it fits inside better, I just miter the edges on this first score line right here. It's just so I have a kind of a thinner, kind of easier tab. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our classic label punch, because we want a little window for our chapstick, right? We want them to be able to see what they're getting inside. So take your label punch and slide the bottom in until it hits the bottom of the punch. And what's going to happen is you're going to be lined up in that middle, in this middle section here, so that you can cut a window. Okay, and that's the section that has the longer tab. So it just slides right up to the very end. And then what I do is I line it up so that the sides are centered. And that's kind of how I know where the middle is. So punch that. So there you go. Now you have this window. Okay. All right, let me minimize this. Get back to the comments so I can make sure I'm seeing all you guys' comments. Okay. So good morning to everybody. Okay. All right, guys. So then the next thing we're going to do. Now, before you do anything else, the first thing we have to do is glue this flap down. So we're going to take this top flap and fold it down and glue it down. And I'm just going to use tearing tape for the whole thing here. So you can do a piece of tearing tape here, piece of tearing tape here, and fold that over. So that's going to stay glued down. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, so this is going to be this is actually going to be the front of our chapstick holder. So we need to put adhesive on the outside tab right here. So this is the side that we just folded down in. So we're going to fold this in and glue it like this to form a box. Okay, so let's put glue on this outside tab. Just a single line of tear and tape will do. Burnish that real well. Okay, and the really cool thing is that you can build this box laying flat. You can always build boxes laying flat. So what I did is I just folded over this flap so the glue is exposed right here, and I'm going to fold this side over and glue it down flat. And what that's going to do is make this perfect shaped box so that I'm not guessing and figuring out where it needs to go. So this box is good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to glue down these flaps. So I'm going to use liquid glue for this. Make sure my glue is working this morning. My glue was giving me a hard time the other day. So we're going to glue that arm down, and I'm going to glue this arm down to it, and I'm going to glue this one last. And the reason I'm gluing this one last is because it's the front, and I want a nice clean seam in the front of my box. So I'm gluing the top and the bottom down first, and then I'm gluing the front so that it is all good. And sometimes you can put something in there like a chapstick or your bone folder or your scissors or something, but just something that you can push against so that the glue has a chance to dry on all of the tabs. Okay, so then the other side, you'll just fold in the two side flaps, and then you'll fold in the main flap. So this is nice because then they can reopen it and reclose it as many times as they like. Okay, so the next thing is you need a piece of the Let It Snow Designer Series paper. And I just love this snowflake paper. It's so pretty. I use a lot of it. And so you're just going to glue that to the center. And this measures 2 3/8 by 1 5/8. Okay? And, well, let me double check that. Let's see. 2 5/8 by 1 3/8. I had it backwards. 2 5/8 by 1 3/8. And it's just slightly smaller than that top section. So we'll just glue this down. Like so. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to make our cute little snowman that goes inside of it. But first of all, I want to show you guys the chapsticks that I use. I always look forward to Christmas because you can get flavored chapsticks either in, different like name brands. So like Pepsi brands, you can get Gusher flavors, you can get candy flavors, you can get all kinds of fun packs, and you get 8 flavored chapsticks for like $4.99, which means that they're less than $1 each, which the rest of the year you cannot find chapstick that cheap. And so when I do this, I'm always looking for those chapsticks. I find them at Walmart usually in these packs of 8, and they're cheaper that way. So I'm going to take out the blue one because we're making a blue box, and so I'm going to do a blue. This one's Mountain Dew, and this cap came off. So we're going to do the blue one, and we'll put him inside just so we have, just for fun. Okay, so there's our chapstick. All right, so let's go ahead and make our adorable snowman and our cute little tag. So you need some Whisper White. I have a couple scraps here that I'm going to use for my tag and for my snowman. And again, I'm going to use that Snowman Seasons, and I already have him on a stamp here. Cute little snowman. We're going to stamp him in Memento black ink because we're going to color his cheeks and his nose. And so you need black Memento if you're going to use Stampin' Blends. So here's our Memento black ink. Ink up our little snowman. Notice how I don't let any of my scraps go to waste. This still fits a perfectly good size snowman over here, so I will not throw that scrap away. All right, so there's our cute little snowman. Now, the Let It Snow that goes on this label, we might as well do that while we're here as well. So I'm going to take Pool Party ink, since my box is Pool Party, and I'm going to stamp the Let It Snow. And I love this sentiment. It's so cute. So we'll do this right about here's good. Cute. So that's all the stamping there is, but let's go ahead and put color and put our little snowman together. So I have pumpkin pie for his little nose. And then of course, as Janie would say, he needs his little rosy cheeks. So I have light flirty flamingo. I'm just giving him some rosy cheeks. Okay. So now that we've done that, we can do some punching. So we have our snowman punch for a little snowman. So we will just punch him out. You can see that. He lines up perfectly in the punch. Boom. And then we have our tag, which we'll punch out here. And we want the words as far over as possible. So we want the words to be on the far left side. And I don't even care if this cuts off because most of that is going to be covered by the snowman. I just only care about where the words are towards the end of the tag. So we'll punch that out. Okay. Now we need to punch Snowman's arms. We're not going to literally punch his arms, but we're going to make him some arms with the punch. So I have a piece of soft suede cardstock, and I'm just going to punch out 2 arms. So we'll glue those on him. Okay, so let's start assembling our little snowman. I'm going to do little dabs of glue. Glue dots work really well too. Whatever you'd like. So we'll put these little arms behind him. Oops, one of his arms fell. And you can do these arms however you'd like. He's kind of doing like a cheerleader pose right now, but it's however you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue our label on. I'm just going to use liquid glue and glue it flat right on my little chapstick. Isn't this adorable? Who wouldn't want this cute little chapstick holder? And then I'm going to take some dimensionals, and yes, I'm up to the end of my dimensional sheet, and I always cut up the sides. Never want to waste a good sheet of dimensionals. And I'm only going to put dimensionals up half of him because the top half of him is going to be over the label. It's going to be up above, so you don't want glue showing. So you're going to just glue him down, or her, down to the side. Okay? Then we take this awesome, and I say awesome twice because it's so awesome, Let It Snow embellishment kit. I absolutely love this kit. You can make the most adorable snowman. Look at all the pieces for the eyes, nose, and hands. You have some really cute glittery washi tape. You have snowballs if you want to set up a snowball fight. And then you have these really cute hats, gloves, and mittens. And hats, gloves, and scarves, I should say. So you can dress up your snowman in any way you want. So I'm going to give him this cute little scarf. He's going to be so warm and so cute. So the best way that I have found that these little felt pieces stick is with liquid glue. I've tried glue dots. They don't really stick. I've tried nothing works really except this sticky Tombow glue. So sorry to you that hate the Tombow glue, but it's just the best option. So we've got our cute little snowman on there. What do you guys think? Isn't he adorable? And then you can do a little message on the back, to and from. These cute little snowmen are adorable. And how easy is that, right? So stinking cute. And I love these kits. Are the kits sold out? I thought they just came back into stock. Did they sell out again? That's crazy if they did. I absolutely love those little kits. And I'll be making a bunch of snowmen for next year's craft fair, so I probably should have stocked up before they sold out. Hopefully that is not the case. Okay, so those are the first 2 projects. Now I want to point out that there is an, let's see my finger. See that host code right there up at the top? That code, if you place a $35 order, you can get all of my projects from today, which means you will get everything to make your cute little snowman, everything to make your little chapstick holder, everything for the wooden ornament, and everything for the Santa chimney. So if you want to place an order, I have the Let It Snow kit, which means that you can get everything to make one of these. So make sure you use that host code and you place your $35 order. Now, if you are up your order to $50, then you get to pick a date on my calendar of gifts, 5 days of gifts, and I give you a free gift out of the new catalog. Plus, I also put you in the drawing for the brand new Ladybug set that you can only get with a $300 order during celebration. I have one and I'm going to draw a winner. So everyone that places a $50 order will be put in that drawing. Okay.